Tom was 11 years old when he and his family moved to a new city. He did not know anyone there, and the streets, the houses, and even the air felt different from his old home. His father said this place was safer and quieter, and his mother said the neighbors were nice. But Tom still felt nervous because he had no friends. He looked at the small garden behind his new house, at the yellow flowers next to the fence, and he wondered if he would ever feel happy here. The next morning, Tom woke up early and ate breakfast with his parents and his younger sister. He had to start his new school that day. He put on his uniform, a white shirt and blue trousers, and combed his hair carefully. He did not want to look strange in front of new classmates. The school was only a short walk away, so he stepped outside with his school bag and followed the quiet street. He saw a girl with short brown hair standing in front of the house next door. She smiled at him and said, "Hi, I'm Lisa. Are you new here?" Tom nodded and introduced himself. He said he was from another city and just moved in. Lisa smiled kindly and offered to walk to school with him. Tom felt a little better knowing he had already met someone friendly. As they walked, Lisa pointed out different things: an old tree that grew near the corner, a small bakery where they sold fresh bread, and a green park with a pond and white ducks. Tom tried to remember all these places. The city seemed cleaner and quieter than his old town. At school, the teacher welcomed him to the class, and the other children looked curious. Lisa sat next to him and whispered the names of some classmates. Tom listened and tried to remember each name. At lunchtime, Lisa and Tom sat together in the schoolyard, talking about their hobbies. Tom said he liked football and running. Lisa said she liked painting and reading storybooks. Tom felt comfortable talking to her. He did not feel so lonely anymore. After school, Lisa asked Tom if he wanted to go to the park. Tom agreed. The park was small but beautiful. There were colorful flowers, tall trees, and a small pond with ducks swimming slowly on the water. The sun was warm and the air smelled fresh. Tom felt calm. He and Lisa sat on a bench and ate apples that Lisa brought in her bag. They talked about the differences between their homes. Lisa said she had lived in this city all her life. She knew the streets well, and she knew where to buy the best sweets. Tom listened with interest, and he began to think that this new city was not so bad. Maybe he would grow to love it here. A few days later, Lisa invited Tom to have dinner with her family. Tom asked his parents, and they said it was a good idea to get to know the neighbors. Lisa's house was right next door. Inside, it was warm and bright. Her mother cooked a simple meal of soup, bread, and salad. Her father was friendly and asked Tom about his old city. Tom explained that he missed his old friends, but he liked his new school. Lisa's mother smiled and gave Tom some fresh fruit after the meal. Tom thanked them and felt very welcome. He understood now that good people lived here, and he felt happy that Lisa's family was so kind. On the weekend, Lisa said there was a small museum in the city center. It was an old white building, not very large, but it showed the history of their town. Tom and Lisa walked there together. Inside, they saw old photographs and clothes from many years ago. They saw how people lived in the past, how the streets looked before cars, and how the houses were smaller and simpler. Tom learned new words and listened as Lisa explained some things slowly. He realized that places change over time, and maybe he would also change and grow here, just like the city had changed over many years. 1 week later, it was Tom's birthday. He turned 12, and his parents allowed him to invite a few classmates over. Lisa came first and brought him a small painting she made. It showed the park with the ducks and a boy and a girl sitting on a bench. Tom recognized himself and Lisa in the painting. It was simple, but it made Tom smile. Another classmate brought a pencil case, and another brought a small notebook. They ate chocolate cake that Tom's mother baked and drank fruit juice. Everyone laughed and played a guessing game, drawing pictures and trying to say the words in English. Tom's father took a photo of everyone smiling together. Tom felt very happy and thought that maybe this was the best birthday he ever had. During the next week at school, Tom lost a green pencil that was very special to him. It was a gift from his old friend in his old city, and he felt sad to lose it. He looked under his desk, checked his bag, and searched the whole classroom, but he could not find it. Lisa saw that Tom looked upset and asked what happened. Tom explained about the pencil. Lisa looked around carefully and finally found it under the teacher's chair. She picked it up, smiled, and gave it back to Tom. Tom thanked her, feeling grateful to have such a kind friend. After school that day, Tom and Lisa went to the park again. They sat on the grass and looked at the water. The ducks swam slowly in a line, and the sunlight danced on the surface of the pond. Tom remembered how he felt on his first day in this new city, scared, lonely, and unsure. Now he felt different. He had a friend, a nice school, and friendly neighbors. He had a place to relax and beautiful sights to see. He did not miss his old home as much as before. He still remembered it, but he did not feel sad. He had found comfort here. As the weeks passed, Tom and Lisa continued their small adventures. Sometimes they studied together at the library. Sometimes they bought bread at the bakery and shared it after school. Sometimes they just talked about simple things, about the weather, about a new teacher at school, or about a funny story they heard. Little by little, Tom felt less like a stranger in this city. He learned the names of more classmates and knew where to buy good snacks. He knew how to get to the museum, the library, and the park without getting lost. On a sunny Saturday, Tom's family and Lisa's family decided to have a small picnic in the park. Everyone brought something: sandwiches, fruit, juice, and cookies. They sat together on a large blanket and talked about many things. Lisa's father told stories about the city's past. Tom's mother talked about how she planned to decorate the new house. Tom and Lisa listened, ate cookies, and smiled. Tom looked around and saw the people he cared about sitting together, enjoying a peaceful afternoon. He realized that he was no longer just a visitor here. He belonged to this place now. He had friends, he had good memories, and he had a future in this quiet, friendly city. That evening, after everyone went home, Tom sat in his room and looked at the small painting Lisa gave him for his birthday. He remembered that day, and he thought about the long journey he had made from feeling alone to feeling at home. He knew there would be more challenges later. He would have to study, make new friends, and grow up. But for now, he felt happy and calm. He turned off the light, lay down in his bed, and fell asleep, dreaming of a tomorrow that felt bright and promising.